Hi, I'm going to show you how to do the kettlebell swing. It is one of the most basic kettlebell exercises, but probably also one of the most important. If you get the swing right, you will also be able to do the other ballistic movements correctly. But before we start, just a couple of things on how to hold the kettlebell. So this is your kettlebell. This is the handle. One of the things we don't do is we don't hold the kettlebell in the palm of the hand. Palm of the hand, kettlebell's going to move and it's going to remove the skin off your hand. The idea is to hold it in the upper part of your fingers. So you're going to hold it in your fingers like this, and you're going to lock it with your thumb, doing the O grip. Now you can also put your thumb on the top of the handle. That's also acceptable, except when it gets very heavy, I suggest you still try and lock it out with a thumb. Also, you can hold it in the back of the kettlebell. You can hold it in the front of the kettlebell or the handle, and you can hold it in the center, whichever is most comfortable for you. I find that sometimes doing a lot of training, a lot of reps, you would want to move your hand around because it does relieve tension off parts of the hand. Also, there's a whole debate on whether you should swing with your pinky back or your thumb back. It is, again, really just up to you, whichever is most comfortable. You'll probably see that I swing with my thumb back, but it's just because I enjoy it that way around. I'm more comfortable that way around, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with swinging with your little finger going towards the back. So the kettlebell swing, I'm just going to do one arm swing, but for the one arm swing, can bring it into two arm swings. The whole idea of the kettlebell swing is to try and keep your forearm connected to the body for as long as possible. So your forearm is connected to the body in that position. So forearm will be connected to the body. As you swing back, keep it forearm connected to the body all the way. It'll swing back as far as you can. From there, you're going to pull the knees forward. As you pull your knees forward, your hips will come forward, and as you come forward, you keep the forearm on the body for as long as possible. It'll come forward, and as you get to the bottom end, it'll just drift off into the air from a position there. You let it return naturally. As it returns, you wait for your forearm, you wait for your arm to come down. As it hits the body, you use the main momentum to hit the hips back. As it goes back, you let it go all the way back, as far as you can, like a pendulum would. Down there and up, down and up, down and up. Looking from the side. So the forearm is to the body, right? You're going to go back. Now we're not going to go down, bend the knees. We're not doing a hard style swing. We're doing a hip hinge swing. So the hip hinge swing, going to go down there, going to let go, hit your back. Going to almost straighten the legs. You don't have to straighten them all the way, just straighten them as much as you can. The kettlebell goes up as high as it can at the back. You're going to move the knees forward, creating that momentum. Knees forward, hips forward. It'll drift up all the way to where the momentum takes it. It'll naturally return onto your body, hit back, and then up again. The most important thing, as I said, keep the forearm connected to the body. With a kettlebell, it looks like this. So we're going to also not put the kettlebell between the legs, because from between the legs, I'm picking it up. There's no lateral movement here. So from here, I'm going to have to try and swing it up. So we don't particularly want to do that. So normally start with a kettlebell placed in front of us. You can do it behind you, but general practice is that we do keep it in front of us. The first swing, you're going to go down. There you're going to bend your knees. Grab hold of the kettlebell and then swing it back between the legs. So it's and down. Okay, so you're going to swing it back, straighten the legs, and from there you're going to bring it up. From there, down. The idea is to bring it back as far as you can, so the kettlebell is as high as it behind you as possible. From there, you can use your knees and your hips. It'll come up. Again, out. Now, as the kettlebell comes back and go back, it should actually knock the weight back so much your toes almost come off the floor. Okay. From there, you can have the full range of motion. So the full range of motion is from there to there. The idea is not to lift the kettlebell up above shoulder height. If you're lifting it up above shoulder height, you're using your arms. And we don't want to use our arms. We have to use our hips. So the hips is the mechanism for getting the kettlebell up, not the arms. It is just, the arms are just the attachment to the kettlebell. It's a hip hinge movement. The breathing is as you go back, at that position right to the back, you're going to breathe out. It's nice and easy to do it when it's in slow motion, so you can go down, swing the kettlebell back. That's with my thumb back. Go with the pinky back. Again, I'm just going to demonstrate where I don't want you to get the kettlebell. I don't want you to get the kettlebell up here. So we don't want to get the kettlebell up there. It's easy on a lighter weight, which I'm using. I'm only using a 12 kilogram kettlebell for demonstration purposes. But when you're using a heavier kettlebell, you're going to use your arm to bring it up here. That's not what we want to do. So as soon as the kettlebell floats up, at that point where it returns, you can relax, it starts moving back. You wait for it, all the way down to the bottom, swing all the way back. The opposite arm, this opposite arm, the one that's not holding the kettlebell, it follows the path of the other arm. And as you go back, you swing it up as high as you can. That'll give you, it'll activate your hamstrings, it'll activate your glutes. As you go back, go up and down. So almost hammer it all the way back, using that momentum to go back. As you hit the momentum, the body will go down, the kettlebell will come up as high as it possibly can. Whatever you try and do, whatever you do, try not to stop the kettlebell short. So don't come down to here. So don't try not to swing like this. What you're wasting a lot of energy. If you're stopping the kettlebell, you're using the body to stop the kettlebell. So why waste that energy? You're stopping the kettlebell. Use that momentum to knock it all the way back. It gives you much larger range of motion, a much longer travel for you to get energy into the kettlebell to get it up. So down there, all the way up and down. Don't stop it short, and up. The back position and where you look, I suggest you use a neutral look. So we're not going to look between our legs. We're also not going to look up like that. You're looking up like that, you've got a crick in the neck. Just as the kettlebell comes down, natural view, don't follow the kettlebell, just keep the neck nice and relaxed. As you come up, follow the kettlebell down and up. It's very short and sweet how to do the kettlebell swing. You need to go and practice it. It takes a long time to get the idea of keeping the forearm connected to the body as long as possible. It takes a while. If you can have a look, this is not what we're trying to do. You can see the kettlebell is not connected to my body. So I'm using a lot more shoulder and arm. I'm definitely not using hips to get the kettlebell up there. If it's not connected to the body. If it's connected to the body, that's totally using only my hips, and there's no tension in the shoulder whatsoever. So connect to the body. The best transfer is to try power transfer, energy transfer is to get this part of the body or this part of the arm connected to your body for as long as possible, on the way down and on the way up. So that is the kettlebell swing.